cloudy skies, only sunshine. It's pure joy looking in your eyes. You made me believe in me. You're my everything. Is this real love? It must be more powerful than a drug, giving me such a buzz, falling and I can't get up. It must be, it must be, it must be, it must be. We had a tragedy.
What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hello. How you doing? I thought I would do an intro with one of my songs. That is Must Be Love by your girl. Nobody else wrote it but me. Yep. That is one of my songs. I wrote it quite a while ago. But yeah, that's my song. Must Be Love. It's on SoundCloud. Yeah, I wrote it with I was on this squad. I was hoping to get the song to Mary J. Blige. That was when she was still happily married. So that song is kind of old, but I still love it. And it's a whole lot of people in the world who've never heard it. So it's new to you, maybe. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? This is it's officially day 5, but I have not been here the last 2 days. Man, the I Owe Me challenge. I need an accountability partner because nobody is keeping me keeping my foot to the fire. I've been so tired at night. I promise you. I've been tapping out, going home, going to bed. Like not even eating. Last night for dinner, all I had was crackers and water. Like I was just that tired. So yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are here, drop a comment, man. Let me know where you're from. Who is it? I can see that there's people on, but I can't see who they are. Head on over to YouTube. Make sure that you are tuning in from YouTube because YouTube is where the content mostly matters. I love it. It's on the Blowing Bubbles podcast YouTube channel. So I would definitely appreciate it. But give me a share, give me a share, give me a share. This is the I Owe Me challenge. And my initial intent was to encourage and inspire women. But I have not been here. Oopsie, my bad. Turn my phone going on my phone so I can see who's here. Hey, Eric Outler, thank you so much for joining. My initial intent for the I Owe Me challenge was geared toward women to really encourage and inspire people to put yourselves on your list of priorities. Some people say, hey, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I can't put myself first, but you're not even on your list of priorities. A lot of times we women, we have more of a nurturing spirit. We're more of nurturers by nature. And oftentimes we take care of everybody else and then we neglect our own needs. And a lot of time what I was seeing is women who their only idea of self-love and self-care is what else? Retail therapy. Baby, Amazon is not solving any of your issues. Shein is not solving your issues. Fashion Nova, none of that. As much as I love a good mani-pedi, and you can't tell by my hands right now, jeez. But as much as I love it, I I still understand the value of true self-care, setting boundaries, saying no. I hear so many people fussing and complaining and frustrated about obligations and commitments that they have. They agreed to these obligations and commitments, but they didn't really have the mental bandwidth. Even if they have the physical and financial bandwidth, they didn't have the mental bandwidth to do this thing, and now they're frustrated. And one of my favorite things that I tell people when it comes to setting boundaries, no is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. I have literally had people ask me a question and I say no, and they're looking at me to continue talking and to say something else. No. No is a complete sentence. I don't owe you an explanation. Just like that. So give yourself grace, give yourself the permission to say no. Nobody else has to give you that permission. Give yourself that permission to say no. If it's going to stress you or even stretch you, think about what your load is already like. It can be your children, it can be your spouse, it can be your job. Baby, I'm a whole living witness that hard work only begets more work. Hate to say it. It doesn't always yield a promotion. It doesn't always yield a raise. It doesn't even always yield recognition. Sometimes you just get a halfway attaboy and you get to keep coming back to work. So yeah, understand the value and the power of boundaries. And my good girlfriend Robin, oh my goodness, one day I did a mastermind and we were talking boundaries, and Robin, I can't even take credit for this nugget. Robin said she had to tell someone, my boundaries are for me, not against you. And I just sat back in my chair. My boundaries are for me, not against you. Let that marinate. So yeah, we're going to talk today. Boundaries is a big thing. The reason that I mainly open this up, I have a closed platform that I was going to be doing this challenge on. It is a 30-day challenge, but I opened it up to the same means that I've been doing my podcast because I had a family member recently who took his own life, and it really impacted me. His funeral service was just Monday, like 3 days ago. It really impacted me, and it made me take a second look at the work that I'm doing. And healing the family is a holistic job. At least that's how I approach it. I know that I am not out here trying to leave the men out. So I wanted to make sure that this was open and available to anybody and everybody. Make sure you all share this. Right now, it's me talking, and I love when there is engagement, when people are asking questions, when that chat is active. I love it. I'm here. Ask me questions. Let's talk through things. If I don't know how, I have these abilities to just know stuff. I don't know. It's not me. God gave me all these talents. I just know stuff. I'm a walking resource. And the rest of the month, beginning next week, there's going to be somebody like, I got a power-packed month of content. I'm not even really thinking of it as content. I'm thinking of it as soul work. This is my soul-centered purpose. I am not out here doing anything for likes. I don't care if there's 1 or 2 people here. I am here for it. Man, I'm trying not to give in to Sandman anymore. The last 2 days, baby, I was in bed. I was in the bed early. Giovanna, I love you, girl. I didn't make it last night. My friend had an event. Yeah, power nap turned into good deep REM sleep. Y'all keep inviting me. I swear one day I'm gonna come. One day I'm gonna come. Ah, one day I'm gonna come. Just keep inviting me. I love you anyway. Just keep inviting me. Those of you who actually do invite me know I might show up and I might not. I might tell you today I'm coming tonight and don't make it. Charge it to life, not my heart, never my heart. My heart is always pure. But baby, me and sleep are friends. I'm not big on running the streets, especially, man. Georgia has broken down anything that I thought I wanted to do about being outside. The traffic is the devil. I can't stand it. I love my Las Vegas though. There's so many alternative routes. Me in Vegas, we cool like that. We cool like that. Okay. So boundaries is one of the topics that I want to talk about tonight. I would like to talk about health and fitness. Man, I have been getting back in some kind of shape, I guess. I am loving it. Hey, 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 drop a comment in the chat. Let me know that you are here. I'm trying to watch the devices. I can't see all the things. There's people here. I can see that there are people here, but I can't see who. And I cannot see your comments if you are not on YouTube. All right. I'm trying to watch all the devices, but I want to be here, not here. So drop a comment, give me a share. Let's run this thing up. I really want to have the maximum impact. I want to get this momentum. When I have the guests on, I have an attorney going to do wills, trusts, and estates. I have a business development coach. I have fitness trainer, hormone specialist. I got a bunch of powerhouse women. Man, I can't wait for my girl, the tiny house guru, Jewel Pearson. I just love her energy. And she's a big inspiration for me. I don't know why I still love large houses, but I look at her and her lifestyle, and she talks about living large but going small. Man, this girl can pick up and go anywhere she wants in the country with her tiny house, which is amazing. Hopefully I can get some really behind the scenes photos of her stuff. She was on your HGTV. She has a page, a profile on Instagram. You can see a lot of her stuff, but man, that tiny house is tight. She was doing it before it was a big trend and before tiny houses cost you more than a regular house. Jewel Pearson, she was doing it. So yeah, I got a bunch of powerhouse people. So yeah, we're gonna do it. I need somebody to make sure y'all keep me accountable though, because nobody is like, hey, where you at? And I need that. We all need that. I am also going to talk about faith and finances and having a positive relationship with money. Examine your money relationship. What is your relationship with money? Some of your toxic relationships are not all with people. You might have a toxic relationship with money, and that's why you stay struggling. You stay struggling. There are so many people who are hurting and they make a good amount of money, but they can't figure out how to break that chain of like struggle. They're not even in the mud. But I want to talk about that. I had an individual who was supposed to, there's actually a profession. There are people who are money psychologists or money therapists, but she didn't She didn't confirm. She said she was going to kind of do it, but she never confirmed. So the show must go on, man. This is the work. I signed up to do it. Everybody didn't sign up to do this work. So I'm here. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at Instagram. Instagram was the most active profile that I had on the last live that I did. One thing that I've had people ask me about is why I don't do like gossip and current events. Man, I don't care nothing about what's going on with Puff Daddy, Diddy, Dottie, none of that. I don't care. That man is a multimillionaire and I'm not. The end. I don't really get into politics. Politics affects us all, whether we vote or not, no matter who we vote for. But it's such a, I don't know, it is such a hot topic, and I don't care to get into debates. I'm vocal when asked a question about my opinion. But other than that, that's it. I don't get into politics. I just try to talk about things that impact the impact that we can have ourselves, the things that we can do to better our lives, the things that we can do to change our circumstances, the things that we can do to move the needle. What can we do to put one foot in front of the other? I do know and acknowledge that there is a great social, economic disparity, racial disparity, even gender disparity in this country. But I also acknowledge that nobody can stop me but me. And I believe that everybody can have that mindset and take that position if they just commit to that. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right, don't look at what they're doing. Do you. If we just do that, nobody can beat you at being you. You were created unique. You were wonderfully and fearfully made. Be who you were created to be. There is not a soul who can stop you from that. Nobody can out you. You. Had to say it a little slower. Nobody can out you. You. Nobody can out Karana me, because I'm going to be Karana till the day I die. Little rhymey rhyme. I'm in a jovial mood today. I noticed I've been kind of cracking more jokes than I normally do. And I'm freestyling. I never have a script. If you ever watch my podcast, I don't script it. I don't script the questions. When I have a guest, I don't send them a list of questions ahead of time. I like organic conversations that turn into something big, something beautiful. I really want y'all to ask me some questions or talk to me. Hey, Rye, I really want people to ask me questions and talk to me. This is what happens when you have a guest who doesn't show up. That's what happens. I am here to challenge myself. The 30 days challenge, as I said, was meant to help people to get into self-love, true self-love, setting boundaries, tapping into the highest and best version of yourself in the areas of health, wealth, and relationships. The first challenge that a lot of people have in relationships is communication. And it can be any subject in the world. Most people are, for whatever reason, uncomfortable saying what they truly think and feel. That's a boundary issue. And I encourage you to examine yourself. Just sit with yourself and think through all of the last 3 conflicts that you had. Who broke the boundary? Who crossed the boundary? Who did not communicate their true feelings? Did you resolve that by talking through it afterwards? If you talk through it afterwards, what could you have done differently? What could you have said differently? What could you have not said? that you did say. That used to be my problem. I'm so much better. Whew, I'm so much better now. The people who have known me for a long time, a lot of people from my hometown tend to tap in. I can't fake the funk on who I used to be. Thank God for grace and mercy and that I have grown up. But baby, there was a time where I didn't care what your issue was with me or what you had to say. I'd rather bust you in the mouth than to hear you out. Um, I thank God that I'm still here, because there could have come a time where somebody, you know, they weren't going to try to throw hands. They could have done something much more drastic to hurt me. So I had to grow. I had to learn how to communicate. I had to learn how to listen. The number one tool in communication is your listening skills. This podcast has helped me tremendously be a better communicator, because in my early days, I did not. Thank you, Ryan. Don't make me blush on camera. I just got a text message. In my early days of podcasting, I had an interview that went all the way left, right on camera. It was live. And people, instead of saying something during the live or during the chat, people waited to the next day to say, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you ask him that? Why? But I did on camera, I froze. So I joined the Toastmasters Club. If you're familiar with Toastmasters, it's all about effective communication skills and personal development. Well, I joined Toastmasters so that I could be a better listener to be a better speaker. It doesn't do me any good to interview somebody if I'm just talking, and I'm missing what they say because I'm so busy. This is why I don't pre-script my questions, because I got this list of questions and I got to get through my next question. So I didn't do a follow-up question to what you just said. So I do not script any of my questions. And just I've only been a Toastmaster for 2 years. And man, I know that I have grown exponentially as an effective communicator. I still got, some growing to do. And I believe that we all grow, we all evolve as long as we are on this earth. I am a firm believer that either you evolve or you die. That's nature, evolution or erosion. The things that sit still, even the shorelines of the beach, they wash away. They recede. Everything stagnant erodes away. So be comfortable growing, be comfortable stretching yourself, be comfortable learning to listen. That is going to be your biggest tool. And be comfortable speaking how you feel, how you truly feel, what you truly want, what you truly need, what you don't want. If you don't want to get up and take your cousin to work every day, don't do it begrudgingly. Have a conversation. You know what, cuz I can take you 2 days a week, but I really don't feel like doing it. I know I'm sitting at home. I know I'm retired. Whatever that thing is. Don't do yourself that disservice. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices to help people because you can. You have a position that you are in a position to help someone help. Don't just be stank faced because you can, because you want to be nasty, but also be honest with yourself and that other person if you're helping somebody do whatever it is. That was one of the biggest lessons that I learned about setting boundaries. If you mean no, say no. If you mean yes, say yes. Now, on the other side of that, when you're listening to somebody, trust what they tell you. I have a lot of people in my life who don't believe what I say, and I don't know why. They like, but I told you no, or I told you I was not coming. You still thought I was coming? I said I wasn't. Now, I might tell you I'm coming somewhere and I might not make it. That's about the only thing. But other than that, if I say no, you can hang your hat on that no. If I say yes, I'm going to do it. Yes. Most of the time, if I don't show up, it's because it's just a thing. It's like, you don't need me. You just told me about something you were doing. It wasn't like you just invited me. Oh, I got 2 tickets to this concert. You want to go? Nah, something like that. I'll be there. But, oh, let's just go to Olive Garden. Let's go kick it. Those are the things that I tend to miss. I'm rambling, but boundaries, that's a big thing. Big thing. Now on to this money thing. Relationship with money, I didn't even know or recognize it as a thing. I'm trying to think. 2022, I believe, I set out on a massive course of personal development, and I took this program. First time I've been hypnotized. Wildest thing ever. The only time I've been hypnotized. It's crazy. If you ever are hypnotized, because you're conscious. You do not have control. You're going to do whatever they tell you to do. It's so crazy. But it was a thing about breaking that cycle of your toxic relationship with money. I didn't complete the program. I should have. I don't have the best relationship with money. I'm admitting that. However, the first thing that I learned in that program was you got to go all the way back, like all the way back to your childhood. Who taught you about money, anything about money, good, bad, or indifferent? And you look at that old relationship, that old exposure to money and finances. How were your parents with money? How were your grandparents with money? How were your friends with money? How did you ever talk about finances? When did you learn to manage money, to write a check, to yes, young people, we used to have to write a paper check and balance a physical book. Everything wasn't digital. I remember when Mac machines first came out. They call them ATMs now. They used to call them a Mac machine, Money Access Center. I didn't have the best relationship with money. I wasn't really taught. I'm from that place. Don't ask me about money. Don't ask me questions. You just didn't talk to your parents. Your parents didn't talk to you about money. And the observations that I had, it was from a child's perspective, leaving things up to my own interpretation. It definitely didn't lend to a healthy relationship with money, because I remember one of the most poignant conversations. It wasn't even a conversation, a question I asked my daddy. Daddy, you got any money? It was for a field trip or something that I wanted to go on. And I asked my father, you got any money? And my father said, girl, I keep money. Well, I just thought my daddy kept money. So I didn't understand that man goes to the mill every day and work his butt off for that money. It didn't register to me as a child anything except my daddy keeps money. So one of the things that kind of stuck in my head, as long as I got money, I'm good. Not thinking, manage your credit, manage your finances. Are you saving any of that money? Are you putting any money up? Are you reinvesting any of that money? So do yourself a favor. No matter how financially stable you think you are, do a financial audit. Examine your relationship with money. We can all be better. I splurged and I got a pizza today because I hadn't been eating dinner, but I did get a pizza today. And I already put what I ate, and I sectioned the rest of it up in a couple baggies, and I've already put it in the freezer. Because the next time I have the urge to splurge, I'm going to splurge my butt into the freezer. Back in, I don't even remember what year it was. You can Google it. Oprah Winfrey did this challenge called a debt diet. So I'm gonna go back and watch the whole episode that she did. I think it was a full series on the Oprah Winfrey Show. so I can go back and get those nuggets. But Oprah did the debt diet. I just remember like she was encouraging people don't waste money on paper plates, paper cups, plastic forks. Really do a deep dive audit into just do the last two bank statements. If you don't have a bank account, that right there is step number one. Because if you're using one of these digital cards that they claim it's a bank, like Chime or something like that, or if you bank with Cash App, no, you're already paying too much money. I can guarantee you that. 100% guarantee it. I don't even have to know you. So examine your relationship with money, set boundaries, learn how to effectively communicate, and have a plan. Be clear on what it is that you want, what it is that you are planning to accomplish. If you're not planning anything, slow down and plan. Understand the difference between spending and investing. I saw something on I can't remember which YouTube. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch YouTube on the TV. And I watch Eric Thomas, Myron Golden, Michael Beckwith, Billy Carson. I watch a lot of course, the Sarah Jakes, Lisa Nichols. I watch all inspirational content. Every now and again, I'll slide back over to First 48 and Forensic Files. But anywho, there's one, and I know it was a man. He said, he was speaking, he said his affirmation for that day was money. I don't spend money. I recirculate money. Everything I spend is coming back to me. Something like that. I said, man, what an affirmation that is. To program your mind to even believe that everything I put out is coming back to me. My money has a revolving door. It's coming back to me. If I spend it, it's coming back. How powerful is that? That man has to have an amazing relationship with money. I want to get there to the point where I know that anything I put out there is coming back to me tenfold, pressed down, shaken together, running over. How about that? How about that? Man, that thing really did touch me. It just makes me, I like to consume things that make me think differently. Somebody at work today gave me a fortune cookie. They had Chinese food and they're always looking at me like, why don't you ever eat at work? Why you always eating at work? Two-edged sword. Anywho, this lady handed me a fortune cookie and it said, today you will have a shift in perspective. That is one of the most powerful gifts one can have. To have an open mind, if once your mind is open, there is no limit, not even the sky. The sky is not the limit. There is no limit. An open mind is the first step. Everything that I'm thinking and talking about is just because there came a time I had an idea. I decided to take a step. I made a decision to make a decision. I didn't want to sit still. I did not necessarily like where I was at. I didn't necessarily like where I thought I was headed. I just made a decision to make a decision. And ever since then, it's been an upward and forward trajectory. Everything is not perfect. Some things have not gone as planned. Some really big, hard lessons I've had to learn in the last couple of years. But no matter what, I never give up. I never will give up. And I want to encourage you to make sure you don't ever give up. And if you notice the ticker at the bottom, I keep that ticker at the bottom. As I said earlier on in this broadcast, within the last 2 weeks, an 18-year-old family member of mine took his own life. And it really impacted me. And I want to keep that number scrolling throughout this entire challenge. I want to make sure that people know there are resources, that someone does care. And if you can go back to my earlier podcast episode on the Blowing Bubbles podcast on YouTube, there's an episode called Semicolon Life. And that is something that we talked about for a very big portion of that interview. There is no thing that you cannot get through if you just don't give up. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. Okay? All right. Tomorrow, I plan to have the fitness expert, Sade Wilcher, on. This girl, she ran me out of LA Fitness, y'all. I hope she's on Instagram watching. I can't look at all the things. I'm trying to stay present with you guys. She ran me out of LA Fitness, man. I have never run from anybody. Man, I saw that girl at Walmart and I started examining my cart. Listen, if you have the means, get you a trainer. This and I'm not even really active with like the personal training right now, like I should be, but she teaches at LA Fitness in Atlanta at one of the Atlanta clubs. Her and them old ladies in the swimming pool in the aquatics class, I was embarrassed. Now I'm an athlete, at least I used to be. Man, Sade, I hope you're watching. So we might like go live from her spot. She got a gym. I don't know if we'll go either to her spot or to LA Fitness. But listen, Sister Girl is bad. When I tell you, when that girl comes on here, and she is not only a fitness she's not only a fitness trainer, a certified trainer, but she is a behavioral therapist, something like that. I don't want to mess her title up. She'll tell you when she comes on. She gets into the psychology of why we do what we do, why we eat what we eat, why we don't work out when we know we should work out, So she'll get into the psychology of that. And I really hope that you guys tune in and you really, really, really engage with this series of practitioners. That's what I'm calling my ladies. It's all ladies that I got. Thank you, Sonia. That's my Kazi Wazi. Love you, babes. I hope you all engage with this. And these practitioners is all women. They're dynamic. They're dynamic. I wanted to be able to do some live, real time, like hot seat sessions. So anybody, man, if y'all don't start sharing this thing, anybody who knows anybody who wants to get, you want to break through, I know somebody for it. If it's not me, and I'm telling you, I get results. But if it's not me, I got somebody for it. Y'all need to be on here and share this thing and come back and come back and come back again. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Blowing Bubbles podcast. Yes, Blowing Bubbles is still the thing. It's the thing, and it looks like it's supposed to be the thing, and it's going to stay the thing. But I really want people to come on here. When my girl does the credit, when she does workshops, she'll do somebody's like credit profile live. Of course, you won't see what she sees or what the person is, their personal information, but I want to see somebody's credit get fixed like live on the show. So with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. It's Friday. I know it's Friday. It's summertime. It's hot outside, but Y'all come get this work before you go head to wherever you're going, dinner and a movie, the club, the concert, wherever you're going, because this is that soul-centered work. I'm telling you, when you get this type of thing, you feed your spirit, and all it takes is one seed. And that's what made the difference for me. One thing, I watched a webinar and it led me to something else and to something else. Come get this. And this is free. You're not paying here for me to be here. So, all right, you all. I thank you so much. Let me see. I don't know how to figure out Instagram is doing that. I appreciate y'all. I can't watch all the screens. So y'all, please bear with me. Forgive me. This has been amazing. I am excited, y'all. If I don't tune in any night of the next 25 days now, I got 25 more days to do this. If I don't tune in, y'all, you got my permission to call me on Instagram, call me on Messenger. Messenger is off. I don't have my notifications for Messenger, but somebody hold me accountable. I need it. I need it. This is for me too. My challenge is to show up every day. Okay. All right. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all stay strong, stay focused, and stay popping. Bye.